And every time I step in there's memories.
I look at any part of that field and I can remember plays that happened in that spot, on that field.
And there were so many games, so many memories that I have from playing here. You can sit here for another hour.
My favorite game was my first game here, when I knew that I finally made it to the NFL, and I knew that this was the last time my mom and dad had to work.
I do remember this, thinking they introduced the offense. Man, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually starting a professional football game. This is a dream, isn't it?
But the best part about it, when we came out, you could feel the electricity in the stadium.
Nothing like this up here. I mean, they're there no matter what.
My most memorable moment, the game against the Patriots, the playoff game. It was crazy cold, and to go out there and not have a punt, score on every possession.
One game we played the Raiders, they got ahead of us late in the game, and we went right back down the field and scored a touchdown to win the game. That was a highlight of my Monday night career right there.
One of my favorite games was we're playing the Dolphins out here. I get the first down. The person that I ran over was Brian Cox. 10 seconds later, him and Caldwell Gardner are going at it. So they both get kicked out of the game. Wow, I think this is the loudest that I've ever seen it.
In fairness, I stopped halfway through, like no one circles and I stopped. And I heard 65,000 people go, circle the wagons, like the Buffalo Bills. I felt like when Billy Joel stops and they sing Piano Man.
My most memorable moment at Highmark Stadium, the day we walked out on the field.
What a comeback by the Bills!
The greatest comeback. So joyful. I love that game. I'll never forget it.
Interception I got against the Raiders in 90. They were talking about how our linebackers were slow or whatever. If I'm that slow, how come Tim Brown, the world-class sprinter, didn't catch me?
When Darryl went in, it kind of dawned on people that, oh my gosh, this might happen. This might really, really happen. Everything that was possible as an NFL team opened up to Buffalo. It happened in that stadium.
And this thing here should be a Hall of Fame. 1968, they came up, Finch Heary was the architect and engineers out of Atlanta, and they put together this book. When this was discussed, where is the new stadium going to go, there were three sites. Amherst, which is now by the 990 Autobahn area. They were going to be looking at it there. Crossroads, right down to the Furman Boulevard area, and the Hamburg site, which actually was before Miles Strip in Abbott. It was going to be in McKinley, where the McKinley Mall was. But they decided to go here because the land was totally owned by the county and they didn't have to pay any private residence monies to put it in. You can take a look at the different stadium schematics that Finch Heary came up with for us to look at. This was going to be possible. We were going to do baseball and football. So they had the baseball 60, 65 for football.
With the planning from 68 to design in 72, it's four years of discussion.
4 years of discussion.
In the early 1970s, the Buffalo Bills found themselves at a crossroads. In need of a new home for the team, owner Ralph Wilson reached an agreement with Erie County to build a new stadium in Orchard Park, securing the team's place in Buffalo for decades to come.
If this stadium wasn't built, the Bills wouldn't be here. It played 100% the main factor that the Bills are still here. Mr. Wilson at the time, he could have gone to Seattle, but he said, I'm going to stay in Buffalo. I need a new stadium. And that was partial of helping the negotiations with the city, with the state, to get this thing built 50 years ago. Because Seattle was right around the corner and became a franchise shortly thereafter. This stadium is actually put up in 14 months under $20 million, which is equivalent to about $150 million today. That's the groundbreaking of this stadium, and then You can see as we go through some of these things how sparse everything was.
It's like the start of the exterior wall.
Yeah.
Right there.
And it was a slate base, so it was a easy absorption for water, which is key. A lot of stadiums have a lot of water problems. We don't, because it was an easy absorption.
Yep, the conditions underground make it easy for us for our other construction that we've done. It's kind of like a broken shale, and it comes up very easy.
You're digging about 80 feet down, and you're building a Spartan, is the term we used before, Spartan Stadium. The access, it's a lot broader than the old stadium was. So you wonder, are the fans going to be able to get good spectatorship in terms of viewability? Are fans going to be able to get safely in and out, pedestrian-wise, parking-wise? And it turned out it was an ace. It worked out perfectly.
I really wish Ralph were here to tell you what it meant to him. I mean, I have a photo of him when it was built in 1973, and he's standing there. The pride, the absolute pride that this is big time.
When they built that stadium, 70,000 seats, everybody goes, is there 70,000 people in Buffalo?
We decided, what are we going to do special for the fans, the 80,000 fans that are going to be coming to the stadium? And we decided we're going to give coins to 80,000 people, and we're going to have the I was there card with the coin. And it was a major hit. 50 years later, I would have never thought that people would still be keeping these, 80,000 of these that we gave out. I mean, think about it. I mean, is that
crazy.
Is that something or what?
Crazy.
So,
I think that they're bringing it back for the last game.
It's a great idea.
That's a great idea, I think. Are you kidding me or what?
Coming from the old stadium, downtown Buffalo, to the new stadium, they loved it. The fans loved it, and they deserved it. They deserved to have a stadium like that.
It's true Western New York. I mean, there's bleachers in it. The Bills are the heart and soul of the community, and the stadium is exactly the same heart and soul.
When the stadium was built in 1973, we opened up the preseason with Washington Redskins. Joe Ferguson and I was the first pick and he was the third pick. And we became friends. I said, Joe, we should get down there and be the first guys to walk in that stadium. Never thinking that it'd be there for 50 years. And we were the first two guys to walk in. I was like, damn, this is beautiful.
On August 17, 1973, the newly constructed Rich Stadium hosted its first game. Bolstered by an energized fan base in their new home, the team had historic success in that inaugural season.
You can get it done. You can get it done. What's more, you gotta get it done.
That was probably the most exciting year in a long time for the city of Buffalo. The momentum was unreal. We were exceptional as an offensive line, as a unit. And the reason why was our coach, Jim Ringo. They said they had to have two guards that could run and a tight end who could block, which is Paul Seymour. And then we had Jim Braxton, who's a tight end, played fullback. So OJ had 5 guys who blocked all the time, their whole careers.
OJ was a great, great player. You turn around and hand him the football and you turn around and watch him and you go, how'd he do that? He could tell you, you get me to this point, I'm gone. Nobody will catch me. They came to see OJ, just like they come to see Josh today. They come to see OJ. They didn't come to see me or Joe D or anybody. They came to see OJ Simpson.
I had season tickets for a lot of years, almost right up until I became full-time staff, sitting in the upper deck and actually feeling a little bit of movement and feel the vibration when the crowd was getting into it.
Young guys that came into the stadium and got the excitement that the fans were there no matter what, it led to a lot of people playing a little bit better. You know, I mean, it helped me, I know that.
About 8 or 10 years ago, there was a player, his name is Wallace Francis, and he played 1 year for us, maybe 2, in 1973 when the stadium opened. Wasn't a well-known player. He was traveling alone through the Buffalo area, and he stopped over at the training center and asked if there was someone who could take him around and just look at the stadium. He was so thrilled that I took the time to take him around, and we came down into the field, and he stood in the end zone, and he looked and he said, walk with me, and I walked 100 yards with him as he was recounting his one and only kick return that he took 101 yards for a touchdown. And he was talking about, and then this guy came here and I went this way. And he recounted the entire 100 yards. It was a good memory.
The 1970s saw varied results on the field, with memorable moments sprinkled in. Set behind the backdrop of their new home, a mix of marquee wins and fan-favorite players fueled the team through the decade.
Ferguson rolling out, looking, throws toward the end zone, and it goes for the touchdown. Caught by Roosevelt, a leg grab for the touchdown. And pandemonium reigns at Rich Stadium. The streak is over.
As the fan base settled into the stadium through the 80s, team success on the field waned. After consecutive 2-14 seasons in the mid-80s, the team's luck began to turn in 1986, when a slew of new Buffalo Bills would call the stadium home.
In Buffalo, we love Jim Kelly! Bills are coming out of the tunnel entrance of the stadium right now. It will be Jim Kelly at quarterback. That's an exciting moment right now.
I played 2 years in the United States Football League prior to, but my dad was always, he got to play in the NFL, he got to play for Buffalo. And I remember Ralph saying to us, you either play for us or you're not playing. I had no other choice at that time, but once I stepped into this stadium and heard all those fans, it was time to rock and roll.
Dropping back to throw, looking over the right, and it is caught by Reed at the 40, 35, 40, 25, 20.
With Kelly at the helm, the fan base was reignited and excitement grew in Western New York. By mid-season, it was clear the team needed a new head coach to lead the way. Marv Levy was brought in to make this team believers.
The number one ingredient for good morale on a football team, and you really have to watch the morale of a team that's been losing, is for a player to go out on the field and be able to say truthfully to himself, I'm prepared.
He was able to see in each of the players individually what they could do. He didn't come in beating his chest. He came in telling them, you'll be able to beat your chest.
Fellas, listen up. All you ever asked for is an opportunity. You got it today. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Coach Levy, alongside general manager Bill Polian, built one of the most successful NFL teams of all time. From 1988 to 1993, the iconic early 90s Bills amassed a home record of 49-9. Now, 3 decades later, a familiar friend comes back to Buffalo to help these legends remember their home one last time.
Chevy. What's up, boo? Thank you, pal.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey. Yeah. I know that walk. I know. Welcome to Buffalo. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks a lot for the weather.
I'm trying to remember. Well, there wasn't no cooler than that.
It was my locker was at.
That's because you're always chilling out.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't believe I got that. I couldn't believe I got that locker as a rookie, like right on the end.
Well, we're sitting in the locker room that was built before these boys were even Buffalo Bills. I'd like to say before we were born, but that's not quite true. You're walking in here with you guys. This was your office. You ever think of how many hours you spent in this room, let alone the field?
It wasn't our office. It was the kitchen. I mean, we were all there. It was family. We were all sitting around the kitchen table in here. Yeah. We literally lived in this joint for a decade.
I mean, a lot of happy guys in here. I mean, this was, no matter on the outside, when you walk through those doors out there and you walk in here, it's like, okay, who's got a story today?
You guys won your first division. It was a low-scoring game against the Jets, right? Like 96 or something like that.
On the way, that's it. Pick is good, and the Bills are champions of the AFC East.
Is that the one where they took the goalpost down and carried it to the top of the stadium?
Yeah, they carried it.
Nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
Threw it over the sideline. Are you kidding me?
They leave the goalpost laying somewhere outside, you know, and the stadium crew grabs those things and they sliced them up. And Polian came into the team meeting and gave everybody a slice of the goalposts.
Yeah.
I still got it.
I still got mine.
I still got my slice of that
Mm-hmm.
goalpost. That was pretty cool.
You remember that first home playoff game and how happy everybody was? And of course, you won by a touchdown. So
first home playoff game, I had a moment in that game, and
he won the game for us.
And
special team play.
Oh, and it's returnable, and it is picked up there by Duncan, and he fumbles the ball. It's loose and rolling. It's still loose, and there's a pile up, and I think the Bills got it. They did. The Bills got the ball.
That's the first time, and it happened a bunch after that. You can pick the games, you know they are. You turn around and look up at the stands, you can't even discern whether it's human beings or not. They're just all over each other. It's like one massive living being. This whole crowd is just one thing. It's the first time I ever saw that.
Denver game, down 21-9.
Oh.
77
seconds, yeah.
20 points.
Elway and the whole crew, and they were going to championship games and Super Bowls with John, you know, and they were good.
Waiting for the snap. And the put down and the block. It is blocked and taken there by Cornelius Bennett. 30, 40, midfield.
Cornelius Bennett in a live ball is going to go the distance for the Bills.
Touchdown, Cornelius Bennett. And like that, the game has turned in electrifying fashion.
I mean, the place was absolutely off the chain. They were so loud, so fast, and they stayed that way.
They had to stop the game because they were so loud.
Elway waits for the snap, backs up in the pocket. He throws, it's deflected and intercepted by the Bills. Leonard Smith at the 30, down to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, he scores! Leonard Smith!
And Buffalo takes the lead.
So they're backed up, trying to take a snap. He fumbles that snap, and I don't know who falls on it, whether it's
Cornelius Bennett.
Elway got it. Buffalo has it. Bennett.
And that just turned, it turned it up. I mean, the people were out of their minds.
And then
one play later, we're in and we're taking the lead and we're winning this game by big.
End up. Touchdown, Kenneth Davis. Absolutely unbelievable what's going on here.
And the next game, Raiders.
Let's get him, baby. We're going to win this game, Bills. Yeah.
Dan Turk, their long snapper, really good dude, bless his soul. He quick snapped me the one before that. And I thought, God dang, he got me. I wasn't ready. So the next time they spot the ball and I'm out, nobody else is, I'm the first guy out on the field and I'm in my stance like waiting. Jeff got the punt off in like 1.3 seconds, really fast get off, but I had a straight shot.
7 minutes left in regulation. Oh, boy! A touchdown will result. They've done it again! They've done it again!
When JD picked it up and I saw JD had it, I just signaled touchdown because JD's the fastest guy on our team.
Those are two like this, and then and then the Jets game, trailing with 20-something seconds to go.
Keep going. I'm trying to remember this.
No. I'm going to give you time because this will be fun for everybody, I think. You scrambled left and threw a winning touchdown pass.
Jamie Mueller.
The fullback.
The fullback, Jamie.
When we got Jaime showed up, Jaime couldn't catch his ass with both hands.
I don't even know how a fullback was on the field at that time.
That's a good one.
20 seconds ago.
Here's Kelly to throw. Looking. Can't find anyone. Now he throws. Touchdown! Jamie Mueller! Touchdown! The Bills have done it again!
I can't believe they completed that pass.
I just saw he was open, and after he caught it, I'm like, wow. And because, like you said, Jamie wasn't known for great hands, but he would knock the heck out of you. I'm glad he was in the huddle, but why he was in the huddle, I still don't know.
And it's like three games, home games in a row where it was, we were not gonna win, not gonna win, not gonna win, not gonna win. We won. Yeah, it's that kind of season.
It's a great football team with a lot of moral fiber and a lot of character, and they showed it.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Van Miller in Orchard Park, New York, and the road to the Super Bowl goes through Rich Stadium. It is the Bills and the Raiders.
When it's too tough for them, it's just right.
51-3. All the stuff that you guys had done offensively and as a team, and that game you have to think about that quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, I like to mess with Howie Long because I remember during the course of the game after we scored like 3 and we're moving it, and he yells at me, he says, slow this effing thing down. And Ken Hall says, speed it up.
Dropping back, he drops the ball, picks it up, rolls to the right, still on his feet, now throws, it's good to Lofton, he runs in for the score, James Lofton.
Us to be able to get up and continue to score, it took everything out of them. And then all of a sudden, it was cold enough that they knew, okay, let's just get the heck out of our head back home.
Here's a safety blitz.
And they're after Schrader, and he throws it, intercepted by Kelly at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for the touchdown.
They felt pretty confident they'd come in and say, listen, we got these guys. And they've got a lot of film on the K-gun. They've seen the thing go. Art Shell was over there, and they said, listen, we're going to play with our guys. You got to win it or lose it. And they put it on the players on the field, and they were in a bad spot. And these guys were just humming.
The Bills are in the Super Bowl for the first time in their history.
Where are we going? To the show. Where we going? To the show. What time? Next week. What time is it? Showtime, baby, yeah! Yes! All right!
Another Miami game. You were against Marino. They were up early.
Yeah, 35-31.
Yep.
Jim got hurt his ankle, came back out. A couple of plays before that, when he came back into the game, we ran a play. I had a running play for about 9 yards, and I think I had like another play for like 8 yards. And at this point, I was gassed. I did this because this is my sign for Kenny Davis to come in. And Jim says, no, I need you for one more play. I'm gassed. And the next play is the 50-yard touchdown, which I caught. So I'm gassed. He said, I need you for one more play.
Kelly has the ball. Kelly has time. Kelly throws long. Thomas at the 30, at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Thurman Thomas. What a play!
Anybody in Buffalo knows the comeback.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's playoff time. The Bills and the Oilers ready to get it on in an AFC wildcard game.
So many things about that game seemed, in retrospect, supernatural. The comeback's never about one team. It's about both.
Yeah.
Like, we get to live with it, and we get to trumpet that game and all that, but they got to live with it. That game was about both teams, not just about us.
Davis running left, trying to get to the corner flag, and he is in for the touchdown. So the Bills have finally scored. Beebe at the 10, at the 5, in for the touchdown.
Suddenly, Rich Stadium has awakened.
How many fans told you that they had left, that you met 10, 20, 30 years later, and then they tried to open it?
Yeah, it's at least 1.2 million.
1.2 million people.
1.2
million
million
they were at the game.
left, and all came back.
Rolls out, throws, down there is Reed at the 5, in for the touchdown. Andre Reed has scored.
This game swung like a tidal wave here at Rich Stadium.
For me, like, that was Andre Reed's coming out party.
Yeah.
4th and 5 at the 18. There's the snap. He backs up. He looks. He throws. Reed, touchdown. Unbelievable. The Bills are back in it now.
Good job. Hey, we still got one more. Still got to get one more.
Andre was great receiver, but that game, for me, was his best game ever because we were out, and now he's the star.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Back to throw. He looks. He throws. Touchdown. Touchdown! The Bills have scored! They have scored to take the lead, and the Bills are in the lead with 3:08 to play. It is bedlam. It is pandemonium. It is fandemonium. It is fantastic.
Listen to this crowd.
Can we get a do you believe it, Van?
Do you believe it?
That game was a testament to Marv. Even at halftime, he said, listen, just don't let him say you quit.
Right.
Just don't let them say you quit. We may not be able to beat them, but don't let them say you quit. We had been to 2 Super Bowls at that time. So we had some pride and we had some good players, and it's like, all right, you know what? He's right.
Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bills have won it. The Bills have won it. Incredible. What a comeback by the Bills.
Look at the fans pouring onto the field and the mob scene of Steve Christie.
Hey, big guy. I'll tell you. We hugged him. Oh, Bruce, I'll tell you.
And then the title game was against the Chiefs with Joe Montana.
Yeah, Bruce was money.
Championship game, you've already played against Marino, you played against Elway, now you're playing against one of the greatest to ever play the game. We knew that we were going to have to score.
The blitz is on. Here's a run by Thurman right up the middle and in for the touchdown. They beat the blitz. What a great call by Kelly.
It started off with a bang right off the bat, had a couple of touchdowns. Jim kept it going all day.
Here's another run on a delay for Thurman off the left side. He's through it at midfield. He breaks the tackle. He's down to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25-yard line, and finally tackled there. They are going to mark the ball at about the 25-yard line. Kevin Ross, the free safety, saved the touchdown, 33 yards for number 34.
It was going to take our defense, and of course, I'm not sure who put Joe out. Was Bruce?
Bruce. It was a trio of them.
Yeah.
And now let's see, is that Montana
Yes, he
who's
is.
down?
He's down.
Montana is down. Here's Thurman running right. He's in for the touchdown. He is in for the touchdown. And the Bills are making NFL history. They are going back to the Super Bowl for a fourth straight time.
It was unbelievable. The memories, the good time that we had in this locker room. Oh my God. And to know that it's not going to be here anymore. Yeah, but the thing is, the memories will live forever.
After a run to 4 straight Super Bowls that saw some of the most iconic games in stadium history, the 90s drew to a close, and these legendary Bills hung up their cleats.
I'm officially announcing my retirement from the NFL and as a quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
I've been surrounded by some wondrous athletes, some great people. What a group of warriors I've coached.
With the dawn of a new millennium and a new era on the horizon for the Bills, it was clear the Bills' beloved home needed a few key upgrades to bring it up to modern standards.
This stadium was actually, the way it was constructed, it was easy to improve upon. You could do a lot of improvements structurally wise because of the way it's all found. You had spread footers, precast concrete you could put in and take out without removing a lot of structural things, right?
We referred to it as a Spartan-like stadium.
Yeah.
Kind of bare bones. And that allowed us to put in the dugout suites.
Our original scoreboard was a scoreboard built by Conrack, and it was 10,000 40-watt bulbs.
Light bulbs.
And yeah, and it was a black and white.
In '93, we built the suites on either side of the scoreboard, and then in '94, we filled in the middle, and by then we're burying the old scoreboard, so we raised it, and that's what we have today. '99, we added the towers on the outside.
And we did little by little here. We put sections in, club seats up here, sections.
But the towers, it's kind of like an iconic look for the stadium today. People don't realize that towers didn't used to be here.
No, they did not.
And if you remember, Jeff Littman from Detroit wanted us to build a concourse, suggested a concourse for that upper deck, so that the people in the top seats didn't have to come all the way down to the vomitory to go in for restrooms and concession. But it was so cost prohibitive that we suggested if we put a tower on the outside, we could bring restrooms to various levels, and he went for it.
It's been a great career. It's a good stadium.
We did a lot here, Bill.
Yeah.
Ralph Wilson's decision to build the stadium in Orchard Park cemented the Bills in Buffalo for over 4 decades. But when the team went up for sale following his passing in 2014, uncertainty grew about the organization's future in Western New York.
We begin with breaking news today.
Today, Ralph Wilson passed away at the age of 95. Wilson had a relentless passion, a deep love for the Bills, the city of Buffalo, the National Football League. He also loved Bills fans and all the people of Western New York who embraced the Buffalo Bills.
When Mr. Wilson passed, it was understood that the team was going to be sold. And when I heard the team was going for sale, I was concerned.
You get a little worried because you know how the fan base is here.
Their passion for sports. These are Buffalo Bills.
This team is incredibly important to Buffalo, and it was critical that it ended up in the hands of the right owners.
We know this morning Donald Trump. John Bon Jovi has significant interest about trying to purchase that team.
These people who were not Buffalo-minded.
It was my feeling, and I think a lot of people's feelings, that if someone bought the Bills, might have a keen interest in moving them from the area.
I know it's a small market, and I know where the NFL is headed, but that's Buffalo. That's history. That's tradition.
The Pagulas, they had everything we were looking for. They were committed. We knew they had staying power. We knew that they cared about Buffalo.
My name is Terry Pagula, and the Pagulas just bought a football team.
That was one of the loudest times I remember ever being in the stadium.
Well, it was packed. They were just really excited because they knew that the Pagulas were committed to Buffalo.
We can finally, for the first time, exhale and say, oh, they're our Bills. They're going to stay our Bills.
Standing on that field, it was a little intimidating to me. I'm thinking there's no way I'm ever going to exceed what Ralph accomplished with the Bills.
I must say that there aren't too many times in life that I'm happy with being second at anything.
Knowing that Ralph owned the team since 1960.
But I can tell you, I said, I will never forget what you said on the field.
But to follow Ralph Wilson, I'll accept that.
That moment, it just brings chills to me.
I remember just thinking the future is a blank canvas. Everything we've ever known about the Buffalo Bills up to this point, good or bad, it's all going to change now. Just the excitement of not knowing what the future holds. You don't get that too often as a sports fan, that you're getting a reset button.
With new ownership in place and the team staying in Buffalo, the Pagulas knew they needed a leadership group who could take them into the next generation of Bills football. Fans continued to pack the stadium, hoping a new regime could end their 17-year playoff drought.
Welcome. Thank you for coming out today as we announce the arrival of our new coach. He is a smart, thorough, decisive, faith-based winner. So I introduce you to Sean McDermott.
Sean was first.
I'd like to thank Terry and Kim Pagula for having the confidence in me to give me this opportunity.
Then Brandon, the experience he had, 19 years with Carolina, plus he had worked with Sean, and I thought that was important too.
This is an awesome opportunity, and I can't wait to get started.
The hiring of Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane, I don't think you can quantify how important it was to the franchises. There's a reason why we call them McBean.
It was not hard to see what they're building. It was a dramatic turnaround.
Everybody talks about playing hard. I'm talking about straining for that logo on the side of your helmet and not the name on your back.
When we first arrived, I remember being in the community, and one of the parents, they said, hey, so glad you're here. I love this team. And they said, can you just win so that my son or my daughter knows why I root for this team? And I kind of laughed it off because it hadn't sunk in yet. What they were saying was, growing up in the early 90s, this team is everything to them. And their 8, 9-year-old son or daughter had not experienced the playoffs.
I remember explaining to my daughter, and she goes, why do you continue to watch the team and cheer for the team when all they do is lose? I said, honey, when the Bills win, this city comes alive. You will see someday. I know you'll see it someday.
In 2017, the Bills' new leadership saw immediate success at home, with the team going 6-2 in their own stadium. Despite their clear comfort with home cooking, the most memorable moment of the season came on a fateful December night in Miami.
First and goal from the one. They give it to Kyle Williams. Goes into the end zone.
I remember watching the Bills win and then immediately switching over to the Bengals playing the Ravens.
Get the game on the TV in here.
I'm going to let you guys watch the game. When this game's over, we will bring it up, no matter what, right? And no matter what, we keep our chins up.
Final minutes, Andy Dalton throws an interception.
Dalton slings it downfield, and it's intercepted.
Baltimore got an interception. That's it.
All of a sudden, there's a penalty.
Looking at a 4th down and 12.
It goes to 4th and 12, and you're like, what are the odds this is going to work out?
Season on the line. Playoffs at stake.
And I remember almost like it happened in slow motion the first time I saw it.
Dalton catches the football. He's back to throw. It's complete. Caught by Boyd.
The catch by Tyler Boyd and just the missed tackle.
Oh my God! I was sitting there like, okay, we got the first. Oh no, we got a touchdown. Tyler Boyd, touchdown! Remarkable!
I couldn't believe he scored.
I remember the entire house screaming and yelling, and some of us were crying.
And there's clips of me in Hard Rock Cafe on a chair saying the drought is over. And obviously they showed a scene in the locker room.
And seeing Kyle Williams with his kids in the locker room, and just that whole roster is just set in my mind. They were the ones that did it.
It was a long 17 years. I don't think I've ever cried at a sporting event, but I might have shed a tear that day.
With the drought broken and a renewed energy in Western New York, it was clear there was one piece left who could set the team up for years to come.
The slogan we used was sustained success. How do we do it? We talked about what went well during the drought, what didn't go well, why do we think there's been such a long drought? And so we obviously talked about the quarterback. We have to find a quarterback.
You're not going anywhere unless you have a quarterback. I think it was first or second day I saw him throw, and I'm like, wow, this guy can sling it.
You look at his film from the far hash to the left sideline, some of the rockets he threw, his arm is elite.
With the 7th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming.
It's not only just the drought of the playoffs, but the drought between Jim Kelly and Josh Allen was even longer. And for us to finally have that marquee franchise quarterback leading the team.
I mean, I can go on and on. Josh Allen is one of those blue-collared quarterbacks that the Bills have been waiting for many years.
I tell you what, this is a guy who I want leading my franchise. He's meant that much to, not only me, the fans around here, but people around the world. They know who the Buffalo Bills are, and it's because of Josh Allen.
Allen going deep, and he's got him! Touchdown! John Brown, what a catch!
This is a passionate fan base that loves their team. I just think it's really special to have broken that playoff streak, number one. But then beyond that is say, hey, listen, we got a chance to win every Sunday because of the way things are done and the people that are in that building.
Josh gonna throw it. Looks, fires into the end zone. He's got Tyler Kroft open. Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Are you kidding me? Allen, deep shot, touchdown on the line to Stephon Diggs.
Rivers going for all of it. Pass up in the air. It is knocked down, incomplete. Micah Hyde knocks it down. The snap. Lamar Jackson back to throw. Guns it into the end zone. Intercepted. 2 yards deep in the end zone. Intercepted by Taron Johnson. And he brings it out. And he's still on the run. He may go all the way. He's at the Baltimore 40. The 30 gets a block at the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown!
We're seeing people behind him just celebrating, and not only on the field, but also in the stands. And I can imagine people at home celebrating as well. And it almost brings a tear to my eye, like, what a moment for the Bills.
Back in the end zone, rifle downfield. Sliding catch made by Hyde for the pick.
They absolutely throttle the New England Patriots here today at Highmark Stadium to advance to the divisional round.
Stepping out the middle, throw, he's got Diggs wide open, it's caught, touchdown! Third of the night, Allen to Diggs.
Way down the field. Oh my goodness! This is going to be 98 yards to Gabe Davis. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. It is good. The fireworks go off. The Bills go back to the playoffs for the 4th consecutive year. This crowd is going crazy.
We're leading up to game time here for this game that has a lot riding on it from the football side, but emotionally, it's a Sunday that's different than anything you've ever seen. New England decided to defer after winning the toss. And here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle and taking it past midfield. And down the sideline he goes. This is storybook. An opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin. And this place is absolutely going wild.
Chills. Absolute chills.
I can't remember a play that touched me like that, I don't think, in my life.
Seeing the heart, seeing the support, seeing the prayers, seeing kind of a sigh of relief after those moments also was really nice. There was such a big burden, and I think they were able to kind of just take a deep breath.
trying to spin away from the tacklers, and he does! 35-30, 25-20, touchdown, Stephon Diggs!
Cook again, wide on. James Cook through everyone, and he scores again!
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, there he goes.
No one's going to get him!
Incredible, breaks it for the touchdown. Across the middle, Shakir knocked down inside the 10. Oh, what an effort! The play of the night.
Kick by Bass is long enough, and it is good! Bombs away for Tyler Bass from 61!
This is the legs, quarterback's legs. Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5! Oh, the play of the year in the NFL!
This is behind Cooper, who brought it in, pitched it back to Allen, who's gonna go to the goal line and get in! No! Spectacular touchdown!
Jackson throws, got a man wide open. It's Andrew. They dropped the ball, and it's recovered by Bernard.
Celebrate, Bills Mafia! The Bills have won 27-25.
This era that we have now, 2020 through the current season, it's so special. Just it ushered in a whole new group of Bills fans.
What I'm most proud of here is the type of team that we've continued to build here in Buffalo. Letting the guys that are new here understand what it means to play here in this community and how to embrace the fans that have embraced us so much over the last few years.
From 32 yards, great air, made it! And the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
You think about all the different people who have sat in those seats over the years, all the different people who enjoyed watching Jim and all those teams early, and now watching Josh and our teams. I think it's special to be here and enjoy these last few moments that we all have together in here.
What love is here, what Ralph brought here, just generations of coming forever to pull for the Buffalo Bills, and nothing could be greater.
I look at those seats in the four corners as you're driving up the road and go, people sit in there, those seats? Yep, that's my seat. Are you actually kidding me?
I mean, we got bleachers, not seats, bleachers. That's blue collar all the way.
That's why Marv came up with the saying, where else would you rather be?
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Cities that have an NFL team are blessed. It gives viability to the city when the city's going through tough times. But the team is there. It helps give an epiphany, a rebirth for the city.
I wore this jersey and played for the greatest fans in the world of any sport. Blood, sweat, tears, whatever it may be. When I went on that football field, I was giving 100% every single game.
Perhaps some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Batted down and intercepted by Carlton Bailey. He runs in for the touchdown. It is pandemonium.
You can win great ball games and you can lose some, but the people and the fans are the ones you remember more than anything else.
You know, the time I stepped on the field against the New York Jets, competing the Raiders 51-3 to go to our first Super Bowl. Yeah, those memories will last forever.
Every inch of this place has got a story for us.
It's been a great experience, been a great stadium. I'm gonna miss you, old boy.
It's emotional. I don't want to say losing an old friend, but you know what? It's just a big old concrete structure. It doesn't care about us, but I guess we care more about it than it does us.
I'm an offensive lineman. Get a little emotional because this is where we started.
For me, that's home.
You say goodbye to a place like that, home. Man, it's hard. You go through the rooms and think about all the people that you've been with in those spaces. There's a lot of life in that. We were kids. We were kids in this home. It's hard to say goodbye.